So with my new combat style in this one, I basically trivialized this enemy. This new reliance on block counters makes this enemy a non-threat. I'm not gonna say she's a complete non-threat. I'm gonna give her some credit. Like if she catches me on some bad timing, yeah, she can definitely take me out. But she's a non-threat now. Block counter trivializes so many different enemies, but in particular her. Even the normal demons, like the Legionnaire type demons, even they are still a threat, but she's like not a threat at all. Let's see what else we got. These guys might be more of a threat than she is. Smart to create some space. That battle IQ is working overtime here. Strategic thinking here. I still got lit up. Using the enemy for its iframes. That's pretty smart past me. Good timing on that block count. Really good timing on that one. Nice. She's done. That enemy used to terrify me, and now just a regular enemy. Now I don't know how I treat the one at the Black Throne. I don't know if I use block counters against that one, but against this one, block counters are king. So a weird thing, when I looked at the footage for my first playthrough, that's currently on YouTube, I didn't see any of these soul chests there. So do these only pop up when you defeat the wraiths down below? Because these weren't here on that first playthrough when I first came through here. Actually, there might be a... I might have left the chest behind because there might be a chest across there. So for that part, guys, you might want to like see if you can hop across the previous room, the big room, and see if there's a chest across on the other side of that place. I never go back and go get that one if there is one there. So if anything, it might just be a soul chest, but who knows if anything is there. I'm actually not sure. If there is anything below, can you guys let me know? That would be greatly appreciated. I am disappointed. This is the first thing I'm disappointed about in this dungeon. I am disappointed with the way I handled this room. I was very confused and did not know if I had to glide from one of these things to the other. I knew it was timed, but I was like, what do I do? The solution was very simple. So bear with me, I do have trouble with this for a little bit of time here. So, what do I do now? Why is it going down already? No, still didn't figure it out. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I figured it out there. I do not figure it out there. I think I figured it out like right here. It takes some of us a little bit of time to process stuff, okay? Give me a break here. Oh, what a cute little ambush. Lifestone Shard there, which is number probably 6. But you guys will know in the comments. This room's pretty simple. I'm trying to figure out what they actually do here, like what this place is made for, other than like industrial facility. So this is like a subway area, which makes sense, but it doesn't. It's, to me, it's like too expansive to be like in a subway. This would be like a really crazy looking subway. There's no way this is just a subway. It's like a subway and something else. Because if this was a subway, what would this room even be? What are these, like, gears for, these giant Wheel of Fortune wheels? Not Wheel of Fortune, these giant Price is Right wheels. What are these for? Get it with this one for good measure. It's a very inventive way to lower the we did lower the water. Yeah, we lowered the water level. Just get this. Maybe we raised it, I can't. Now I actually can't recall what we did here. And forgive me, I'm a little bit sleepy, a little bit tired. So energy is a little bit lower than I would like it, but here's what it is. Griever's Lair is a good time. I think we only got more good stuff coming up for this place. This place drip feeds the collectibles really well. So it makes you want to keep exploring. Like, we're going to come across a collectible here, actually. Like, a really good one. This is going to be our second, count it, second artifact champion. And these things are going to give us a lot of the moolah. So coming up, I got a really big tip for you guys. I seem to have made this problem on the old playthrough and the new playthrough. So I'm going to make sure you guys don't do this mistake that I made. It's coming up in a little bit. I don't know why I told you guys so early. A little bit impatient. So I'm hoping this post commentary is going to turn out okay. Because again, I haven't done it in a while. It is a different energy from live commentary. And one thing I'm a little bit conscious about is just going too far off script. Like, I don't have a script, but like just kind of rambling too much about nothing, so. But my purpose here, while I'm doing this, is to just give you guys basic tips and to keep you entertained while you're doing your playthroughs. While this is playing in the background, you guys will have something to maybe listen to. So if you don't push the trains down there, the Griever will attack you through the wall. So that's what that train is for. And that first train was just a demonstration, so you have an idea to push the second train down. Up here we have a really big fight. Do not use chaos form right away, Because if you're like me, you're gonna see that the game throws 2 of these guys at you at one time. Of course you're gonna want to go into chaos form. Don't do it yet. Fight these guys proper for just a little bit, because the game fucking cuts your camera to these guys for no fucking reason, and now you're out of chaos form completely. I mean, it's not that bad. You can use one of these guys to hurt the other one, to kill the other one, but damn, like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? It's an awful use of camera work there for no reason. Nice block. Pretty sure I went to finish him, but the car was in the way. Simple enough. Okay, we got a couple of good things coming up. I think I'm gonna go back here to get the HP chest, because why not? Alright, we got a soul chest, but notice the goop on the floor. We know from Twilight Cathedral that these guys will grab us up if we attempt to do that without stunning them first. So we stunned them. And now up here we'll find our Hoardseeker, which Hoardseekers are great if you guys don't already know. They help you find all the treasure that's in the dungeon. This is all the treasure chests in the dungeon. You guys can consult with your map, which we got down below, to see everything. So they'll tell you where all the treasure chests are, and we see them. We actually see them on the level here. I saw one down in the southeast, or rather southwest area of the map. Okay, got another Wraith. He's running after me too. Nice block counter, and you can cancel the block counter with a block, it looks like. This is a pretty clean play from past me, I gotta admit. Like, I called past me out when he's tripping, but I'm learning brand new stuff from past me. I didn't know you could cancel a block counter. That's some crazy tech. You can cancel a block counter with a block. That's amazing. That's where the other fan switch is. Switch. We've done about 80 to 85% of the dungeon, so we're actually closing in on the end of this particular dungeon. Which was pretty freaking refreshing. Like, I really like this dungeon. But I like the whole game, so take that with a pinch of salt. I'm a big fan of really all the dungeons. They're all designed pretty well. Each room is like a unique. It is unique from the other rooms. Like no two rooms are the same in this game. There is a Wrath Shard just up above. We're going to get to it eventually. There isn't too much in the way of extras. This part is pretty straightforward. There's just that one Wrath Shard that we'll see once we get up here. Yep, come on, where you can do it. Come over, drop. You can do this if you want. I mean, you have to raise the water level, but you could have got the Wrath Shard first as well, is what I'm trying to say. Pretty sure this is Wrath Shard number 7. We need one more to get another Wrath upgrade. These guys are hilarious. Actually drown these enemies in the water. They're also easy to take out just with your sword. Enemies are definitely made out of paper mache, for sure. Alright, we're coming up on the Griever boss fight. This is a boss fight I did pretty well on. I actually did better in this boss fight than I did in the previous playthrough. So this one, I'm pretty happy with it. So you guys, I do recommend the strategy you guys see me taking now. There might even be a way for you guys to do it even quicker than I'm doing it, even more effectively. But my whole thing, because I know how annoying this fight can get if you don't do it, to break these crystal adamatite pillar, whatever these are. So you gotta break these as soon as possible. So I believe what I do here is I run up to the ones in front and I break those first. Oh, that's not what I do. I break that one first. But we know he's gonna do a beam. What I should have did was just stayed over here to dodge his beam. But we can bait out him doing that in order to give these a rest. Yeah, we can bait this out by getting close to him. Remember to jump in the air. That seems to be the only consistent way to avoid that attack. So yeah, we baited him out. We had him break we broke all the crystals while we baited out him. All these attacks, and now we can actually just power our way through this fight. I haven't experimented enough with this fight yet to know like if I can just hit him with this train while he's doing this attack, or if the timing would just not be in my favor for that sort of thing. Alright, got him again. So this is the opportunity we need to break this adamantite sack there. Alright, perfect. You gotta be really quick if you want to get like another quick hit off of this guy once the minions get here. So I wasn't nearly quick enough. But we can at least grab these guys up for some health. Still a good source of protein. Sugar, of course. These things are candy. And vitality. Okay, we hit him again. Hit her again. She's gonna bounce it away. Of course. Run in a circle here. Very simple way to avoid all this nastiness. Okay, so here, since this is cracked, we can actually go into chaos form in this fight early. This way we don't need to do another round. Alright, we got the Lifestone from the Griever. Heart of a Chosen. And Rocked Your Face Off, the trophy for defeating the Griever. Completely skipped that dialogue.
Welcome back, horseman. You could have knocked, but I suppose that isn't your way, is it?
Why are you here?
Strange question, seeing as how you're the one broke into my house.
You weren't always the Black Hammer. You huddle in exile, a hermit among tombstones. Why? What role did you play in this, Ulthane?
Horseman, I've got something for you. A fair bit of work, but it's a bit dainty for me. It'll serve you better.
You didn't answer my question, old one.
Maybe I liked the scenery, was it to you? You asked for my help and I gave it. You go on being ungrateful and I'm liable to get upset. Do I look like I'm afraid of death, boy?
It's not death you should fear.
These damn characters have so much personality and charisma. A+ on that Vigil. A+ on that. So we got the Mercy here. This is one of Strife's guns. Death gets the second of Strife's guns, called Redemption, in the second game. So sometime I forget. Also, right quick, look at this visual here. If you guys played Darksiders 2, you guys will know that the makers use what's called the Flame of the Mountain, but they also use the Tears of the Mountain to craft all types of stuff, from armors, equipments, weapons, to probably worlds. They probably use worlds, but this forge is like exactly how it is in Darksiders 2. Like the whole concept behind it. Half of it's the fire, half of it's the water to quench. So this is a nice connection to Darksiders 2. I love that. But the question is Strife's weapons. In 2, his gun was left to the makers in 2. But in this one, it seems like Lithane was actually forging this gun, Mercy. It seems like this is what he was working on at his forge. But it could just be that Strife left that for war as well. So I forget what it says in the item description. But yeah, I'm speeding this up because it was a big waste of time. So the whole thing with Strife is interesting. I really want that mystery to be solved in Darksiders 4. Did Strife leave his weapons to his siblings? He didn't leave it for Fury, but maybe he still had his guns during Fury's adventure. But he at least left Death one, and it seems like he left War his other one too. So I would definitely like them to tell us what's up with that.
Old Vulgrim's got something new for you.
Got a lot of moolah here.
Old Vulgrim's got something new for you.
The impact rounds, got the Wrath Core. Impact rounds would actually be a pretty good investment, but I'm sure I don't get those here. I think I'm saving for Blade Geyser because we're not too far from it.
Something to cry about. Well done. Now then, let's deal.
He's not really dealing war. He doesn't have anything else. So we got another hour, guys, on this episode. Mostly I'm talking to myself, so I remember to keep the commentary up for one more hour. I'm getting a little bit tired. It's been 2 hours so far, 2 hours of straight commentary. But we're going to finish up strong. I'm definitely having a good time. This is a weird format for me though, like live commentary like this. I've done it before, but I've never done it to where I've had timestamps written, so like I can't just watch, I have to actually also check out what timestamps are coming up. And also have like notes too to, you know, remind me of like topics to talk about. So it's not as easygoing as the last time I did live commentary on that first playthrough. Anyways, we got a Wrath Shard coming up. Wrath Shard 8, which will get us another Wrath Pip. if you guys are following along exactly, don't get this yet actually. You guys should, before you get this, go out to fight these guys. And then use up a bunch of wrath while you're fighting these guys out here. Then go back and get it. That way you can use up some wrath fighting these guys, and then you can get that last wrath piece, shard, and then you can have a full bar after using your wrath here. So it's just an extra layer of resource management. Because believe it or not, this game actually does have a little bit of resource management. So it's just one of those like small areas you can be tactical while playing this game. I'm farming for those souls here. Yep. Okay, so yeah, we can come back here. There's a few more items we can get. There's at least one more item we can get with this Trimmer Gauntlet power up. So we're definitely gonna go for that one. Alright, here we go. Yeah, another Wrath Shard. This one will be number 9. Don't know why I just randomly started busting caps, but okay. Hey, live your life past me. Okay, and that won't be the end of the collectibles here. We have the collectible I mentioned before. So past me has to figure out how exactly to get up there. Looks like a permanent change to the scenery. Such an awesome game. So this is a game that actually surprised me. There's 2 games in particular that surprised me. Because I thought personally I was onto something. It's not like I'm some sort of like some sort of original creator or whatever. These days I'm barely a creator. Like I haven't written a new book in I don't know how many years. But Darksiders and a game called Resonance of Fate surprised me, because these games are like, I gravitated towards them. And here's our Lifestone Shard. By the way, this will be number 7. I gravitated towards these games, Darksiders, because of all the influences, because it's just a dope game, and it definitely reminds me of Legacy of Kain, and it's just a dope action adventure game. That's really the main reason I like Darksiders, because it's a dope action adventure game. But it actually shares a lot in common with a book I've been working on since 2008. These characters from this book I've been drawing since like 1996 or 1997. Since I was like in elementary school, I've been drawing these characters for this book that deals with a war between heaven and hell, which is just, of course, that's not an original concept, but the way it's presented in Darksiders as like this cosmic sort of thing, this cosmic political thing, is very similar to my first book. So the first book I ever wrote to completion that I still haven't published, but I think I will publish that book. Very similar ideas. But if you combine like aspects of Darksiders and aspects of Resonance of Fate, you have that first book I made, which is a weird feeling for me. There we go. We got Wicked K. He's right here. So if you guys want, Wicked K is not that hard of a fight. If you utilize block counter, he's a lot easier than if you just fight him straight up. But you can fight him straight up. Wicked K is a challenge. And he can be a tough challenge if you're not careful. But he's not impossible. I always just go with the chaos form just to get it over with, so as not to lose too much health. Alright, and that's about all we can do. I think we might have we do have another soul chest coming up. I'm trying to figure out how Past Me figures out there's a soul chest here. Not here, but nearby. Okay, so how do you figure out the soul chest thing, Past Me? Because earlier you completely bypassed it. Looks like I'm looking for collectibles. Maybe that's just it. Oh, I must have saw it right there, yeah. That's how Past Me saw it. It was pretty neat to come back here, actually. I'm glad I did. It's always nice to have an area where they like slightly rearrange the enemies. The only other thing you want them to do is like offer some type of extra reward for that too. But in a game as generous as Darksiders 1, you really don't need extra shit. It's okay. They give you so much already. Alright, off we go. You guys will see a little bit of my combat skills coming up as I deal with some of the demons up above. I mean, you guys have already seen me flex that block counter quite a bit, but I'm going to be flexing it a lot more during the rest of this episode. Love the OST for this. And that's when I learned you could do it even at the last minute. Like especially on the last hit of that crazy spin attack. And as you see, I started hitting it a bit more consistently. Block counter is good. That is a crazy catch right there. I am mad I missed that easy claw attack he did, but now I'm just testing stuff out. See how many shots it takes to actually kill a demon. I'm just enjoying the combat. Oh, I wish this game had a crucible. Alright. This is officially Vulgrim's place. Our first official visit. We're pretty rich still, so we can afford some stuff here. We can afford Blade Geyser 3. And we can afford maybe one more thing. See, not Ricochet Blade. Yeah, Devil's Cross, level 2. Loving that block counter a little bit too much, so we're gonna power it up. It's funny how your priorities change from playthrough to playthrough. Like now I'm all about the block counter. Looks like I was trying to figure out the secrets, which I forget every time I play Darksiders, like which serpent roads have which secrets. So, alright dude, just go. Just go, dude. If you guys are annoyed by this, I'm also annoyed by this. But yeah. But when you haven't memorized the game yet, this, you know, you have to poke and prod and figure out what's where. But I came back here for an enchantment because we needed the Tremor Gauntlet to get this enchantment. So I do in the future have a Hellfire playthrough planned for Darksiders 1. It'll be one of those like build experimentation playthroughs. And this enhancement here is the Hellfire Enhancement, so that'll be a really fun playthrough. That'll be well in line with that book I was telling you about, which is, again, it's like a, you know, angels versus demons versus humanity type book. I'm not wanting to say the title yet because it's a really good title until I publish it. But once I publish it and I have a link, I'm going to put that on the video. You guys will see what I'm talking about. But the Hellfire sword is sick. Absolutely sick. I love it. It looks so awesome. Friggin' Hellfire sword looks so good. I definitely need to do a whole playthrough with the sword just looking just like that. Looks amazing. But that's one of their the main characters. They use Hellfire to fight, but they're also immune to all but the hottest of fires. So earth fire is like a light breeze to them because they made a pact with this powerful demon who is immune to Hellfire. So the human heroes and the human heroes' companions are all immune to Hellfire. And in the first book, there is this apartment fire in our main hero, and his the main hero is a human, basically kind of like a Jason Todd meets Punisher type character, and he's a young guy, and he was trained by this demon who gave him the immunity to Hellfire, but he's also the adoptive brother or father figure to the son of the devil. So interesting stuff there. We'll talk about that at a later date.
Did you enjoy yourself? War in the Black Hammer, plucking pigeons.
You see a great many things from inside a prison, Samael.
There is little you can keep from me, Horseman. Once I have a mind to know it.
And what do you know of Uriel?
I thought the Horsemen were above such earthly pursuits.
She believes I killed Abaddon.
The Hellguard worshipped their fallen lord and leader. And Uriel? Some might say her admiration was less than professional. She will stop at nothing to punish the one responsible.
I fought the demon who killed Abaddon, and he will be punished.
Straga is the strongest of the Chosen. No doubt you'll face him again. He draws power from the Spire and won't stand to be away from it for long. With all I have taught you, you might even survive the reunion.
Whose heart would you have, demon?
The Stygian is king of the ancient worms that now plague the Ashlands. It won't be easy. The worms grow well in such fertile ground.
Fertile?
Fertile with death, decay. All the land is covered in it. The ashes of the dead. But you may be in luck. It seems that some fool demons have taken to capturing the worms for sport, and they hunt other creatures as well. The strongest are made to fight in cruel arenas. The demons seek to tame the Stygian, not knowing that within the monster there beats the black heart of the Chosen.
How do the demons avoid the ashworms?
You know of the Chronospheres?
A gift of the old ones. It is said that to master the Chronosphere is to master time itself. One could stop time, or even move it forward and back.
Indeed. None of the old masters exist, but the demons have learned to use them to a lesser degree. I can grant you a basic understanding of the Chronospheres. It won't be much, perhaps just enough to avoid the worms.
Perhaps.
Perhaps not. What in this life is certain, Horseman? Other than our word, of course.
Time lapse. trophy. The acting's so good. Oh my goodness. Chronospheres. So this is a new power that Samael just gave us randomly. This guy just grants his powers out of his ass. To me, that just means he's incredibly powerful. Even as he's imprisoned, he's given us the power to manipulate time. He's given us the power to fly. He's unlocked our chaos form for us. This guy Samael is a problem. He's definitely going to be a problem. So he's been an ally so far, but to get his ways, you can only imagine things he's going to end up doing. But yeah, I love the character acting and the interactions between these characters. They're so good. And Samael is always a good time. Samael is a very entertaining character. Without even trying, like he's just like effortlessly entertaining. So I can see him being a fan favorite. To me, if I'm gonna do the Legacy of Kain comparison, he's like this game's Vorador. Same energy basically. But Samael is a bit more, a little bit more cheeky. Like Vorador to me is a bit more militant for the most part. He seems to soften in like the Soul Reaver games. But Samael is just a little bit, he's dangerous as hell, right? You should be tense around this guy, but he has a certain level of I want to say sass, but there are better words that aren't coming to my mind. But he has a really high level of like wit and playfulness to him that I mean Vorador has too, but like not at the level of Samael. Vorador is more of a serious character. Not to say Samael isn't a serious character. Samael's very serious, but Samael is also like a little bit more playful. So again, looking for secrets. I wish I just waited till the end to do that instead. Trying to keep a good flow on these episodes. There you go, buddy. And here I briefly go to the choking grounds to pick up some more stuff. Kind of a pointless visit, to be honest with you, but you know, I guess I was just trying to look for secrets and stuff. So I am a little bit disappointed in this visit here because I did not, there's a couple things I didn't do here. Like I didn't fully explore this area because I believe at this point I could probably fight Wicked K for the second time. And there might be some new enemies here to fight also. I didn't do any of that. I just went straight over here, which is fine because we have this Tremor Gauntlet now, so there's new stuff we can do in this area. Alright. So we need a crossblade and a Tremor Gauntlet to make it this far. Alright, explosion acquired. Up we go. This is where we need the Tremor Gauntlet. Nice. lock counter. It's actually a joy watching the combat now that I'm trying, or now that past me tried some new stuff with the combat. It's actually refreshing to see. I gotta make sure to do a lot more experimentations with the combat going forward. Lifestone Shard number 8. That's gonna give us another full pip of health. Full bar, really. And I believe that's our limit for now. So we'll have to come back yet again to finish exploring this area. But didn't do so bad here. Right, Lifestone Shard, then exit. Oh, I should have edited this part to shorten the running section. It's not too late, but I'm sure I won't remember. Let's see, it's after Lifestone Shard 8. Yeah, once again, I believe you can fight Wicked K in one of these graves, or one of these mausoleums. But it looks like I don't do that with this particular run. Okay, I did go over here. It looks like those enemies I was thinking about aren't actually here yet. These enemies are. That is interesting. It's interesting that the game changes what enemies are available at what times. Like where you are in the story, the enemy placement will be different. It's actually really cool. It creates a more dynamic world for this game. A lot of things about the world are consistent as well. Okay, out we go. So now we're going to be pursuing the main progress instead of these side areas. So I'm not sure what this says. I'm going to have to zoom in right quick. This is that process something. Oh, okay. It says progress is here. So it's like even I'm tired of my shit. So let's make some progress. Yeah, 3 hours of commentary is a lot all at once. I'm doing it like this because there's a soul chest coming up, by the way. I'm doing it like this because it makes it easier to do all these in like chunks. So now that I'm doing like 2 episodes at once, I'll be able to have 2 episodes done very quickly, as opposed to doing one like per week. I might even at some point soon be able to do 2 episodes per week, 2 of these episodes per week. So doing it like this does help me get them out faster. However, it is exhausting. 3 straight hours of commentary is exhausting. I wonder would this be another good area for high flyer? I feel like there's so many. I think there's only like 4 bats here though. Oh no, it might be 5 in here. This might be an area for high fire. Chronospheres hold power to slow down time. Use the crossblade to activate Chronospheres. Slow time to avoid danger and gain access to puzzles. Or maybe that said puzzle solutions. We don't have whatever we need for this. So we'll have to try something else. Yeah, we get it. This is a cool mechanic. I love this area, all these cars. It's a lot of fun to use these cars against those really big enemies. So, and at this point, some of you won't have the environmental kills trophy. This is also a good part to just get a few extra environmental kills. Double back-to-back soul chests. Alright, we got Artifact Soldier waiting on us up here, number 9. Right up ahead. We have our new area. I had to yawn right there, I'm sorry. We're almost at the end though. About 20 more minutes. We're at the dry road, which is a very interesting in-between area where there are some story things that happen here too. This area, there's kind of never a dull moment in this area. Because it's just a passage to, you know, between 2 more interesting areas, but there's a lot of stuff that happens in this area. So what I'm going to recommend you guys do once I get the collectibles here, I'm going to recommend you guys actually go to the Vulgrim area. got a new enemy type. Kind of looking like a fallen angel meets some sort of dark undead energy. Brutal. Alright. So, okay, there's more of these guys going up. Not a big deal. Don't hang in the air too much with Flipsaw because these guys will hurt you. These guys will make you pay for hanging out in the air like that. Okay, there we go. So up ahead here we have an artifact soldier, as well as a Lifestone Shard and a soul chest. So we're gonna go exactly in that order. Artifact soldier here. Not sure which. I think this is number 10 actually. Actually, it is. We have, I believe, our 9th Lifestone Shard as well. Maybe our 10th actually. I'm not sure on that one. What's that? Yeah, it's number 9. So across here, you guys, straight across here, we'll find another Vulgrim area. We'll find a soul chest here. But I personally didn't visit this Vulgrim area. At least I don't think so. Maybe I did. Actually, it looks like I did. So never mind all that. Because I do write it down here. So looks like I do visit Vulgrim here. Alright, we got enough to get some new moves at least. 1976, that was a good year. Flipsaw level 2, not a bad choice. Alright, we have enough for one more upgrade. Sword Uppercut. Sword Uppercut's a good one. Yeah. Not mad at that at all. Past me has good taste. Okay, so we are not done yet. We have more enemies coming up. It's never a dull moment on Apocalyptic Earth. This thing is shredding those bats, man. I didn't think they were that weak. Yeah, right here I'm just taking advantage of his leashing. Seems like he wants to go all the way back. Again, the hitboxes in this game are sometimes absurd. So sometimes you get hit with something that you pretty much completely avoided. Sometimes you just get hit with the obvious stuff like I am here too. Okay, so there are some really good pickups here. There's at least one really good one coming up. So I definitely want you guys to get that one. There are timestamps below as well if you guys are like just wanting to skip to that. Now we're gonna get this Carnage Enhancement, which is a pretty solid enhancement. I actually really like Carnage. It's right over here, and it generates War's Chaos at an accelerated rate. So I don't often use this. This is one of those ones you kind of want to try out on a specific build, see how fast it works. But it's not typically for me. But that's mostly because I'm usually good. I don't need a lot of stuff. Yep, figured that wasn't gonna work. Somehow made that. Right, there's a soul chest over here. Try to be slick. No siree, Bob. You gotta take your time with this one. There you go. That's how you gotta do it. Alright, and from the dry road, we're off to a brand new area called the Ashlands. Aptly named area. Alright, and we have our Tremor Gauntlet, so now we can also get the item that's here. Yet another Lifestone Shard. Speed number 10. And now, very close to the previous one, we have yet another. I'm trying to time it with my voice, but I'm gonna adventure tangent there. But yeah, we have yet another so close to the previous one, Vulgrim location. So one of these was very unnecessary. That's probably the one at the dry road. It's all good.
Please take your time. What would you ask of us?
Alright, we're gonna have our first use of the Chronosphere here, because we got some problems out there that we are not equipped to deal with. We have a Tremor Gauntlet, but we are not equipped to deal with Tremors. You know, like the movie. Alright, yep. Pop that, make sure the worm is not anywhere nearby. Pop that Chronosphere. Get to running, and we made it.
Samael wasn't kidding about those worms. And the Stygian's supposed to be the mean one.
Stygian's just bigger. Alright, we got a chest up above. That's gonna be a soul chest. But before we even get there, definitely got some drama. I guess after we get there. This would have been a great place for the gun war. There you go. Alright. Well, I don't have a lot of topics tonight, and I think that's mostly because I am exhausted. So, I think towards the end here, I'm not gonna have much to say. We're just wrapping up here. This section is pretty cool, though. Soul chest. And these things will give you souls once you break them. Even more so if you have that one enhancement. Alright, we're gonna drop another Chronosphere over here. But we're gonna drop the main Chronosphere for this area. And then that'll allow us to proceed across the desert here. So if you don't do this, you're gonna get snatched up by old trimmers over there. But since we have this, we can slow down time. You still gotta be careful though, because the trimmer there, the ash worm, can still get you, even in slow motion if the positioning's wrong. Alright, and we're headed into the heart of this demon operation. Gotta love the Fat Man tuba. That's how you know some shit's about to hit the fan. If you're not careful, that could be a jump scare for you. Luckily for me, I've seen it too many times. Of course, using my new combat strategy, block counters, so good. Seems like I forgot how to do the block counter. I refuse to do it. There we go. Yeah, I think part of it's positioning too. Like, I don't want the enemies to get behind me and they're constantly moving around. Alright, just going down here to check out, for whatever reason, check out our good old spirit bridge here. And I love the level design. I meant to say that earlier. I love the environmental storytelling of Darksiders. It is so good.
We need to find where the fool demons are holding the Stygian.
I'm trying to think of where I was gonna say that before, because it was so good. I mean, part of it was like Wolthane's room, but I don't think that's where I was gonna talk to you guys about that at. Oh, that's so good. That's the Black Throne. Just, man, the ruins of Earth and how
We need to find where the fool demons are holding the Stygian.
how you can see like the demon empire building up around the ruins of Earth. These tall demonic structures, how they're like encroaching and settling in. Like, oh, it's so good. The environmental storytelling is so good. Chronosphere. You just exploded into candy. Nice dash. Alright everybody, we're almost done here. Have about a minute left. So I appreciate you guys for joining me today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the stylings of Darksiders 1. I promise we're going to get better with this post commentary as we go. It's been a while since I last did it. And there was just a little bit of an energy deficit towards the end of the episode. But I'm having a good time watching these back and just kind of like hanging out with you guys. I would definitely want to keep it informative as well. But yeah, from now on these will be post commentary. So yeah, if you guys don't like these, let me know in the comments below. We can talk about it. Maybe we can figure out a way to improve. But yeah, I do enjoy post and live commentary. I would enjoy the live commentary more because the post commentary just requires so much more editing and production than the live commentary does. So these days I'm more of a live commentary guy, but back then I was probably 50-50 on the live commentary, post commentary. But appreciate you guys. If you guys can, like, comment, subscribe. Have a Patreon down below as well. Let me know what you guys want to see next. For me, there will be more Darksiders 1 stuff and more Darksiders 3 stuff. So appreciate you guys. Take care, guys.